What's up, everybody? My name is Scarlet BB, as you can see with the name right below, and I'm just messing around today. I'm not really doing anything serious, just having a bit of fun, just chilling. And you gotta mess around with some of my new makeup that I bought, cause why not? I forgot to turn my music on. Do that. Here we go. So I'm listening to music produced by my cousin, Toby. You'll see him around quite a lot. Most of my things are linked with him because we're part of the same community, Twitch PC Gaming. We're changing that name soon when he changes his Twitch. He's changing to Katobi, and our group is going to be changing soon. And I've got a right spot on me because of the mirror that I've got. Alright. But yeah, nothing serious. I just was like, I'm going to be playing around with my makeup anyway. I might as well just have a little bit of fun, stream it at the same time, see how this goes. I've been working on my setup around my desk. That way I can do more sort of like full screen sort of stuff. It's very strange looking at my computer screen, watching myself talk and not hearing it. So strange. But yeah, as you can see, not very serious. Yeah, because anyway, buying new makeup. I love my NYX products. See, that's the fella there. Bought that recently. Bought this fella recently as well. I'll angle it properly so you can actually read. Ugh. Not really. Yeah, it'll help probably if I change that to a darker screen. Kind of. Maybe. No, you just see me. The reflection. I'm not doing anything too serious. Hello, Frank. Because I'm a full-time employee, I'm not gonna bother about dragging myself up properly. I'm just literally just messing around with colors, just seeing what they look like on my skin. That gives me ideas of things to do in the future. So nothing I do now is my normal sort of stuff necessarily. It's just me literally just having a bit of fun. New brushes, stuff like that as well, because I bought a new blending brush. I bought myself a new dual purpose for my eyes and all. Straight edge brush on the side. So, you know, just trying new products as well. See what works for me, see what doesn't. Put it in the pile of, I'm going to use this maybe, and if I don't use it, I don't really care piles. So, you know, just had a bit of fun, messing around. Like I was saying, I could worry about doing my foundation too. Maybe just a little bit, but that's a lot of effort taking it all back off again after streaming. To worry about. Alright. I'm gonna start off. So recently I've been streaming lately with my makeup that I've got just here. I love liquid lipstick. My preferred over normal lipstick. I really don't like it. Love this stuff. This one is my Kitten Heels. I've streamed a few times with this lately and people ask me about it quite a lot. NYX product as well. NYX liquid lipstick. Well, cream lipstick, whatever you want to call it. They call all sorts of things. So Kitten Heel. Let's see how this goes when I'm trying to use the webcam instead of a mirror. I haven't tried this before. Oh, it's back to front. Nah, I need to flip the camera first. I don't have myself set up the right way. Sorry about that, folks. And back to front. That's the last thing I need to be able to be at the front. Oh, no, 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 no. Ugh. I should have done all this stuff, but yeah, I hadn't really. How's everyone today? Lovely day in paradise. Let me just fix. Setting has changed from where I thought it would be. Ah, there we go. That should be better. Oh, yep, that's better. Right, everything's gonna be back to front, but at least I'm facing the right way. Now I should be able to do this without too much issues. Yeah, not as good as using a mirror. Mirror's always better. Let's get this in front of me. Ugh. Except for the mirror doesn't have enough light, and if I put any more light around here, I'm going to be completely fucking white. So, because I use liquid lipstick, I don't tend to do top and bottom. I just put it on very, quite a lot on the bottom, because whenever I close my lips, I then get the shape that I want on the top. And that way it points outwards from the inside. I just like it. I don't like having the perfectly lips kind of thing. Like people usually do their full lips. I found I tend to like just doing just the center. And if I'm doing my makeup properly, I'll actually cover the rest of my lips. Well, cover my whole lips in foundation, so it's the same color as the rest of my skin. So that way, I just have it looks like I got smaller lips than I actually do. I got a message from someone who. One sec. Sorry about that. Message that I had to click onto, and now I can mute. I was waiting for that message to come along. But yeah, I'm just going to fix up my lips a little bit more. Looks a lot more pink on stream than it actually is in person. That could also be a lot because the lighting that I've got right now is not the best lighting. It's a halfway point. I've got my streaming lights on. I'm going to plan on putting extra lights around for when I do makeup or whatever. I want to get a more clear image for my full face, because of course you can see shadowing and everything right now. It doesn't matter for when I'm gaming, but if I'm going to do something like this in the future, definitely going to need better lights. It also stops the auto-focusing. This is so hard and I cannot see properly. That's better. And I haven't messed it up either, which is surprising. I was expecting to get that all over the place. All fudged up or whatever. Never know. Sometimes I might actually get something done well. Alright. So I've got some new Sweet Cheeks matte. It's a red. So I like, of course, my purples, reds mostly. Being a goth drag, I don't like a lot of the lighter colors that many use. So naturally, that's one of the reasons why I love the NYX. They got such a range of purples and reds, and they're very bright colors for some. I do have a whole heap of bright colors there, which is the one that I literally bought just recently, like in the last 24 hours kind of thing. I've bought this, so I want to try it out because I actually got one for yellows and stuff. Yeah, might have a few other uses for the other colors, but generally gonna be purples and reds. See how this goes. And yes, I know I don't use brushes for the specific use that they're supposed to be for. I use them how I want to use them. So if you see me using a brush that you would normally go, what the? Why are you doing that? Because, well, that's what I want to use it for. It does the job that I want. Ooh, I like that. Hey, Lotus! Ooh, I like it. This is a nice one. Using the computer screen is not the easiest of things, that's for sure. How you doing, Lotus? I fucked that up. Trying to use the webcam is so much harder than using a mirror. Oh, you can tell how much I fucked that up. Hi, Lotus. I've just finished putting on my lipstick. I'm not bothering about doing foundation stuff. Just trying out my new, well, right now, my new Sweet Cheeks, as they actually have it. Sweet Cheeks matte NYX product. It's a specific one for, well, cheeks. I'm hoping that this one I'll be able to use for a fair few different things. I don't even know what look I'm going to go for today with my messing around with my makeup. I'm just like wanting to see how it all comes out. Hi Shrub, how you doing? Why is the music stopped? Why the music stopped? No. That's better. Finished up with your streaming tonight, Lotus? Is my mic on? Yes, it is. Good. I turned my mic off just before for a little bit, so was not sure if I actually turned it back on properly or not. Might actually be really good for it. Yeah, I was like, might as well stream it if I'm going to mess around with it. It lets me test out my setup as well. But I'm definitely finding I need to have better lights for actually doing my makeup at the same time. Things are still a little bit too dark, and if I'm using my mirror, it's actually very hard because I've got so much shadowing around. The camera makes it out right now that everything's very bright. It's actually not. I guess I glow so much. Yeah, I haven't really set up proper full screen yet, because of course my setup is usually for streaming gaming, so my webcam's usually like this area right here. That's it. It's like, it doesn't need to be high quality and stuff. So I definitely, this is sort of like my trial stream as to doing stuff in full face cam, as well as just, yeah, trialing a few different things, playing around with my makeup. Just, yeah, nothing serious at all. That's gonna work if I do this properly in the future. So as you can see, my makeup and everything is not going to be lined up. Yeah, it's going to be a few things as to why it's blurry. The lights and everything. The resolution that I've got the webcam recording on right now is my gaming resolution. I know I'll need to upgrade up the resolution if I plan on doing it properly. Which isn't hard, I just need to make a different screen capture, like video capture. Make that one a higher resolution. I'll do 1080 for the recordings, and that way it gives the best possible thing for when it's minimized. But for this one, yeah. Normally I dull myself up off stream, but recently I made some changes to my actual Twitch, where one of them is a lot of them is where you can use your the channel points, my channel points, get me to dial up, put on my makeup, get dragged up, put on my wigs, so on and so forth. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to do that, I need to make sure I'm actually able to do it on stream if I want to do it on stream. Otherwise, I've got to disappear for like 15 minutes at least, do basic stuff and get dulled up. Like right now, I'm spending a lot more time on my cheeks than I would if I had to go run off screen, quickly dull up, and then come back. And a lot of that is just because, well, one, I'm trying out new techniques, new brushes, new makeup. Like this is a specific one just for cheeks. And I'm trying to get better at blending. I also don't have my foundation on, so it's not going to come out the same. Like if I had my foundation on, my whole face would be a lot brighter. Because I use a very bright foundation, since I want that more pale look. But this is cool. I like this at the same time. A lot of people just use blending brushes and stuff. I like using my fingers as well for a lot of things. I do have a blending brush, but I'm using it right now because I want to try and use that without being it dirty for some eyeshadowing. I'm looking straight onto the camera, it's something like that. It's kind of even, not quite. I need a little bit more there, but just a job. This is probably, it's my other brush. Like saying, new brushes. Still in packaging and everything. I haven't used them before. So, what's going on for everyone? Just now that downloaded to stream, if I just gonna chill here, or yeah, this can work for buying. Well, ugh, I always hate looking at my. Need to. I always hate not having everything covered up. Just watching me. Getting some pointers. Yeah. This one's going to be a really easy one. I'm going to use all my like real. So what are you doing adding shadows and whatnot? Yeah, so if I'm trying to think of how to best describe it, because you, of course, being male, got a masculine face, so females tend to have a, it's you could say a more defined, sort of like a sharper look. So quite often, if you do it properly, you do it around the sides of your face, so in that way it makes it a little bit darker, and then bring it in lighter. It sort of gives you a bit of a skinnier look, kind of. I've never been able to explain it very well. But I'm just doing that a little bit, not trying too much. It's mostly I'm just seeing if I can use this powder to do it. There's many different products people use. Quite often people, most dragons especially, use actual, like, it's like a cream, pretty much. Looks like a glue stick, and they just paste it on. Kind of thing. You just literally draw a line, like the lines where you want around there, down your nose, along here. It can be lighter, can be darker. It really depends on the person. I always go darker because my foundation's light, and then the rest I'll do a little bit darker. So my style of drag doesn't really work for the normal things, because usually for the outsides they'll do lighter. They're still using a natural sort of skin color, whereas I don't. So for me, I just add shadows pretty much. So yeah, it's just to try and find the look a little bit sometimes. I'm just today I'm really messing around more than anything else with certain things. But yeah, I'm liking that. It's a nice color. What I would normally use is basically an eyeshadow, which I love as well. So I wanted that's what I've got on now. Quite often I use that there for my blush, so it comes out a lot brighter. Now, I'll put it on one side, but I can do it a few different things at the same time. I'll just put it on one side, doesn't matter. Yet again, I'm going to wash this all off later. So what I would normally be doing, if I'm putting on my just my blush, from top of this comes out really bright right now. Not nearly as bright as that. The lighting that's making it brighter. Normally I would do something. As you can see, the color difference. It's darker that side and a hell of a lot lighter that side now. It depends on what I'm going for at the time. But what I quite often do as well, instead of it just being completely bright, I get my purple. Oh, it looks grey on here, but the lighting. This is where I need to work on my light. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this as well, because then I can go, right, that doesn't look right, that looks right. And it helps me figure out exactly what I need to do. So I'll actually mix my reds and my purples together, and that way I can get at times a more natural look, I guess you could call it. It sort of looks like bruising. Well, if you know, like whenever you get a purplish red bruise, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. In person, this really looks a lot different. Like, I'm looking in my mirror right now compared to what the camera's showing me. It looks so different. But yeah, so I mix colors all. Get what I want. I even do the same thing with my lipstick. I've got so many different lipsticks. I will sometimes get like a brighter lipstick, and then on the outside, I will run a line of darker lipstick. Let's say, so I've got my red on, got my purple. Well, like yeah, as you can see, red and purple. It's my thing. See, I like how that looks a lot more now than if it was just the red. Whereas that is close to it in the first place. I'm going to be half-half. Okay. Let's see if I can do... Actually, no, I'm going to use the mirror for this. It looks funny right now. But yeah, so liquid lipstick. Yeah, I like mixing colors together to give me different effects. I made a mess of that. Normally if I had my foundation, I'd just go along with my foundation bit as well and hide it all. I overdid that. Where I just do my layering. Anyway, so I can spend a lot of time just doing my lips sometimes just because I want to get it a specific way. So, here we go. I like what I do quite a bit. I mix the two together. Again. Multiple colors then. I love blending things, especially being liquid lipstick. It makes things so much easier to do so. Gives you a whole heap of different looks. It's so strange looking at the screen and seeing how different it actually looks compared to in person. Alright. Now let's see how I go with up my other bits of... I'm gonna cheat. I can't be bothered doing this properly tonight. I do it now and then, actually. So I actually have stencils for certain things like my eyebrows that I can use. I don't generally, like, I do like to do them myself, like draw them sometimes. Biggest problem I always have is I'll do this side really well, and then that side, instead of going straight, they'll end up down here or something like that. So for someone who's inexperienced and or just doesn't have the time, something like that, so quick. The other good thing that I use this for is if I want to do, again, multiple colors, I will actually make my brows go from black to red and stuff like that, which I might actually do. This lot, let me grab the right brushes. Not that you can really tell the difference, but I got two different brushes. You can tell a little bit. You can tell which one's my red and which one's my black. So let's say I want to do that. One thing I've done is I actually have my eyebrows half shaved from their back. What you can sort of mostly see is leftovers from my eyebrows of how I go to work. So let's be lazy. Let's say I want to wear like that. I can do this stuff by hand, but yet again, I'm just being lazy today. And this is an easy way to get a good look without all the fuss. Especially if they all want to stop there. Because this is where, if I did it by hand, it's so hard to get it to match up. One of my looks that I have gone out doing has been from me doing this kind of thing. Looks so funny right now, but yet again, being in front of the computer before I get my setup properly, pretty, yeah, fun. But yeah, that's the sort of thing I like doing now and then as well. choose my change my colors a little bit, and then I could just flip it to the other side and do the same thing if I wanted to. I'll do that just cause I'm at it already. So much easier doing it by hand naturally. That's why they're called stencils. I do make some of my own stencils for certain things, just in that way I can more easily keep things in line. For everything, of course. I'm just being lazy me. Mostly I just want to mess around my new colors. So I'm not really worrying about doing this stuff because most of my new colors are eyeshadowing. See? Whereas if I did this on the computer, that side and that side would line up a bit more. I need to be walking around like this right now. But then again, it doesn't matter. This cheek looks different. That's my lazy man. Lazy man Ness. You can get these at pharmacies and everything like that. Like these were just from my local price line. Actually, no, it wasn't. I have to actually go to a different price line than my normal local. That's because I was out that way. So, yeah. I go shopping for so many things. I went shopping with one of my work colleagues, and that's when I bought these, as well as some of my new brushes. I actually had one of my work colleagues with me. I'm talking about makeup and brushes and all this stuff to him in the middle of the shop. And people were looking at us funny because we're truck drivers. So we're supposed to be manly men and all this sort of stuff. And here I am going on about makeup. And then one of the store staff, she turns around and goes, "Can I help you with anything? Are you looking for something for your part?" I'm like, no, it's for me. So fun to just see people's face going, "Oh shit, I fucked up. Said the wrong thing." Alright, my eyes now. What do I want to do with my eyes? This is the fun part. I don't know what I want to do. Well, I'm just throwing everything together, so let's put a little bit of eyeliner on to start off with, just because I can't be bothered putting on mascara. Makes it look a little bit like I have some on. So I'm not using like the other end. I'm using a felt tip to do my eyeliner. I can use the other side, which is the actual the cream kind of shit. I'm trying to best describe for people who don't know, but it's felt tip pen basically. So texter. Basically, I'm drawing on myself with a texter. Just a makeup texter. Sorry, you get to look at my beautiful hair for a second. I need to get a bit closer to my mirror. I probably need to get a mirror, which I can bring up to about there or something. That way, I can be looking at the camera at the same time. Yet again. Yeah, pretty much. Felt tip versus crayon. Which side's which? I'll use the felt pen on this side. I also have liquid eyeliner. But I tend to find that I like using the felt pen more because I can use it to actually draw lines a bit easier. So say if I want to draw a pattern, I can use the felt pen and to fill in small little spots a lot easier than using the crayon. So that's me using the felt tip on that side. Let's see how well I go using the crayon. Ugh. Side in a while. Let's angle that up. This is kind of the reason why I don't like them as much. I just started using it and that's what's already happened. So then you've got to peel it off basically and fan it out, because if that falls off goes on to your skin, I just don't have much success with them. I'll generally choose the thing that I find easiest. I find that the ones like this, the crayons, that it flakes off more. Like it does sort of work, but you can see like it's not doing exactly what I want. It's leaving these little gaps where it's the felt tip. I wouldn't have that issue. As well as if for someone who draws and stuff like that, having a felt tip would probably be a lot quicker and easier, especially someone who's newer to doing it. It's, to me, I just find it a hell of a lot easier using the felt tip than the other side. I got the dual side just because sometimes it is useful, but generally I just use the felt. I'm going to use the felt to fix this up because to me, I don't like it. Like if I was doing a large thick area, then yeah, I'd probably use it. But if I'm doing something like trying to draw a line right on my eye, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's strange. If you go to the NYX website, I believe they tell you where you can find it. Yeah, so if yeah, I have that which I can use. The store locator, so it tells you where the stores have it. So for me, Priceline Pharmacy is the best. We have a massive Priceline near my place that well, no, actually, yeah, it's kind of near my place where it has it, and lots of it. And Streamlabs is telling everyone about the Empire. Yay! So anyone who is here and isn't part of the Empire, you should check it out. Lotus is one of the co-founders with it was Bruce Lee, wasn't it, Lotus? It was you and Bruce Lee who started the Empire. I'm trying to remember. I remember things, but I also forget things. Yeah, was Bruce. Yeah, so Lotus here is one of the co-founders of the community. It's been great fun. Met a lot of really good people through the Empire. I've met a few other good people to stream with and stuff from some of my other communities. My LGBTQI I always say it wrong. I don't know why I get tongue twisted. LGBTQIA&Z streaming community. A bunch of, well, people within that those categories in Australia and New Zealand. I've met a couple of them in person at Twitch meetups when I've been dragged up. I've got another one next month where I've got to get all dialed up, and there's a Twitch meetup in my city in Melbourne, Australia. Oh, this is like taking me so much longer to do my makeup because I'm not used to using such a little mirror and my computer. So anyway, kind of worked. Kind of, not really, but it's enough to do what I want to do. I just wanted to give my eyes a little bit of something without having to worry about putting on mascara, because I know very well I'm not going to be able to use mascara properly. As much as I like the NYX mascara, it's a very small bottle. I love their brush. It's a very thin, fine brush. You can't really sort of see it properly. It's just going to go blurry. Very, very nice and thin. But I quite often use that mascara. I dip that into that so I can use it. That one's just a CoverGirl. My only CoverGirl product. That's why I forgot what it even was. The ANZ part is sort of like Australia and New Zealand. That's what the ANZ is for in that instance. The I is I think is the intersex. I was going to make sure I was saying it the right one. And then A is usually, so if they say LGBTQIA, they mean like asexual generally. Some of the words can be changed around a little bit now and then, because sometimes people use Q as queer, Q as questioning, Q as queen. Just all it means is just being yourself. Just be yourself. Don't worry about what letter of the alphabet you are. Just be yourself. That's the biggest thing. It just pretty much means that people are going to be accepting of you and other people like you. That's the whole idea, of just find people who are accepting. So like on Twitch, they use LGBTQ and QIA plus. I'm getting so tongue twisted. I don't like. You would think I've been saying that for years. I would not be getting tongue twisted. I'm still getting tongue twisted, and I've been saying that for like 10 years. I'm always gonna mess that up, and it just I don't know why. Alright, what do I want to start with? Now, pick a color, any color. What color am I going to use? Because I don't really care what I'm doing. I'm just messing around. The blue. Alright. Gotta find. Blue and yellow. Alright, let's see how I go with blue and yellow. Let's grab a new brush. So this is something you probably wouldn't do so much, Lotus, is have 1,000,001 brushes. I'm literally unpacking 2 new brushes so I can use some of these colors. I quite often have 1 brush per color. Just because if you're using many colors, it's just easier than having to clean it all the time. Yeah. Like overall, you don't really need it. You can, I do mix a lot. Like this one, this currently has about 3 different colors on it. I quite often use one side for red, one side for purple, because I'll blend the 2 of them together, so it doesn't matter. I like having that blend of colors instead of just being one straight color. Like as you can see, my lips are multicolored, cheeks over this side did multicolored, eyebrows I've done multicolored. I blend colors, so if I use the same one for multiple things, doesn't really matter. Ooh, I actually see my tattoo properly on here now. I actually need to take a photo of that. If Beck's watching, hi Beck. There's the tattoo you did for me. Beck is my tattooist, who did that tattoo recently for me, and she wants to see it afterwards. And she knows I stream and everything, and has popped in before. So I don't know if she's got a Twitch account. If she has a Twitch account, or it would be awesome. Alright, so blue and yellow. Alright, let's see how this goes. I got two different blues. I'm going to just use the normal blue. That one's a little bit shiny. I'll use this to start off with. See how I go. This is going to be interesting. I have never used blues and yellows before. All right, let's do this. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling to the side so you can see, so it stays nice and tight instead of being sort of loose. So I don't get the wrinkles and I can just pulling up my eyebrows. But mostly what I'm doing is I'm going just within that shape of my eye right now. Yeah, I got a little bit of overflow. It's going to happen because I have not done it like this before. I could use one of my small brushes to start off with and draw the outline, then just fill it in. Can't be bothered, to be honest. I do like this blue actually. Not that I'd wear it often, but I don't mind it. What I'm thinking I might do is I might go blend it from blue out to yellow. Yet again, I like blending my colors. Everyone has different techniques as how they do their makeup. How I do mine is not the only way you can do it. Everyone is unique. There's no one right way, no one wrong way of doing makeup. Like, there are some people out there who get really shitty if you use the wrong brush for the wrong thing. I just use whatever brush is going to best suit the situation. Be it a big brush, little brush, I don't care. Just as long as I'm not being stupid and I'm trying to do my eyes with something like that. That is for blush and everything, doing large areas. What I'll use this sometimes to do is for blending over large areas instead of my stubby little one. I don't know where I put my stubby little one right now. Actually, I was looking for that. Alright, now where do I want to go with this? Alright, that's my blue. Let's stick that brush to the side. Let's stick over this. I'll grab next brush. Actually, what I might do, grab my thin little one because I'm going to try and draw some lines to follow. To do this, I'm probably going to have to use my mirror. Be able to see me probably for a sec. Maybe. We'll see how we go. Oh, maybe. I don't know if you can see that. What I'm doing is got a very thin brush, got the angle to it. It's good for drawing your lines as a guide point. Yet again, not everyone does things exactly the same. Some of this. I got a whole heap of different sizes now. This big chunky brush is the small little areas very well. Actually, this brush is probably not going to do much of it very well. Right, I'm gonna have to power off of it. Yeah, again, I'm lazy. I'm just gonna get the powder off by drawing on my hand a little bit. I don't care. Black hand. But that's where, yeah, having a lot of brushes is useful because you don't have to worry about cleaning your brushes as often, as long as you know which brush is which. Still need to clean them now and then, but if it's in one sitting, you don't have to keep on cleaning. Like I just used this one before, just to do the black eyebrows. I couldn't be bothered using a pen and taking forever. I want to do two different colors. Right, see. I'm having to use my mirror a bit for this because the yellow's not overly easy to see. As you can see from here, it kind of blends in a lot. I might have to actually add in a little bit of orange. I'll see how that goes. Kind of. See. This is where I like experimenting though. New colors, I can find out what works, what doesn't work, what I need to do to make it work. So right now I'm finding the yellow is a lot harder to deal with than the colors I'm used to. I'm used to dealing with a lot of dark colors. I'm not used to dealing with something so bright, so I'm not used to how to make it stand out. Which is something I need to learn because I do have an idea for a lot of makeup with the yellows, reds, and oranges. I want to do like a fire kind of one. Yeah, it's starting to stand out a little bit more now. Just having to put more and more on. Yeah, it more than likely will. Because I don't have my foundation on everything, it isn't probably going to show up the best either, which is true. I use pretty much the whitest white that I can get, which is a, this one is 110. And most people tend to use, I think it's about 40 or something it is. I can't remember. I don't buy that color because it's too skin colored for me. mine is usually a lot wider. And if it's not wide enough, I actually have complete white highlighter powder and cream, which I will blend in with it all to make it lighter again. Yeah, now that I'm layering it more, it's getting a bit darker and more noticeable. Check Discord quickly. Ooh, yeah. Nice. So that's gonna be a lot of work to that. Like, even for me, I don't generally do something like that because I know how complicated it is. That's a lot of fine brushes and blending, a lot of blending. Like, I could get my blending right now. Try and help blend these two colors in together. Kind of works, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, exactly. All you can do is do it. And that's where, like, what I'm doing now. It's just, I got new colors. I wanted to see what I can do with them. I'm only doing super basic and nothing too crazy, because first time you get stuff, never worry about going too crazy straight off with. So the other thing with that is you're going to, hang on, I'll be back in a quick sec. And I'm back. So for that, you're probably going to need something like a liquid eyeliner as well. Something like, because I've got, as you can see, 4 different colors, same brand, all NYX. One black, white, red, purple. So what it is just a tiny little bottle though, just a liquid eyeliner. Let's say if I was to do it on this side, I can that's sort of like how they've done their point, is with a liquid eyeliner such as this one. I know I fucked this up, but you can sort of see how the liquid liner would play a part in it. Get that fine line. So it comes out a lot better. Like, if I was doing this, I could even get my liquid eyeliner and draw it around the outside. But that's the sort of thing I would do at the end. Get the base, or like the base colors down, and then you do the liquid eyeliner over top. Because if you were trying to do like all the liquid eyeliner and then just work around that for all the shadowing, it's not going to work very well. It's always good to, if you're doing that sort of level of layers, that's pretty much what you want to do at last with a liquid eyeliner. But make sure you do it right, because as soon as you fuck it up, you gotta pretty much wipe it and redo the whole section. I'm surprised I did that as well as I did. While looking at the webcam, I have, yet again, never tried that before. It worked well. Alright. Let's go back to putting a little bit more color into this. Get a bit, I reckon. And I'm going to put the orange on the outsides a bit. Okay. Enjoy your bathroom break. These colors definitely are so foreign to me. Really are not colors I would ever have thought I'd use. Giving myself multicolored eyes. Oh yeah, like you said, it would pop a lot more if I had the right colors for it. Let's see how well I go at following this line because I can barely see the line. Oh, if I grab the right thing. No, actually, let's use that. Oh, I brutalized that. Yeah. Brutalized that for sure. Oh well. Come on. I'm used to standing in front of a mirror and doing this sort of stuff, so I'm not used to actually dealing with it how I am dealing with it. This is not my normal place for doing makeup. That'll be okay. I'll blend this in a little better. That helps make the yellow stand out so much more because it's actually able to define it a bit more. I should have probably done a bit more, like, let it come down a little bit more and then flick up. Is that how it is now? But, yeah, this works. I remember back in the day, if I did anything like this, eyes would flinch so much. Welcome back. I haven't done too much. I've just been drawing some black around sides. Just doing that has made the yellow stand out more because you're actually able to go, hey, something's there. Ugh. My face looks funny. One side's one thing, one side's the other. And my background's swinging around. Swing, baby, swing. Disco Inferno. Swing, baby, swing. Alright, so that's kind of got the blue to blend in with the yellow. But yeah, if I was doing this properly, I was at the mirror, I would be able to bring that along a bit more and point it up more. But I'd probably bring it out a bit more and have my eyebrows a little bit different and everything like that. But I don't mind that. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going my edging on. Color, what color? Got the choice of so many colors, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'll use. What I'm going to do is just run a little bit of my stuff along with the line here. But what I'm putting on right now is practically glitter, like a grey glitter. And what I'm doing is I'm just pulling it away, as you can sort of see, to blend it in a bit. It doesn't make it look like such a fine line. It helps also cover up some of the fudges quite often. So if you make mistakes, there's always ways to conceal it quite often. And because I use quite a lot of dark colors and stuff, it's easy to blend them together. And the purples and reds blend well together. So instead of the line looking like so much like a line, it's now a lot better. Awesome. I've got my broken white one, so it's white with the glitter. I'm actually going to get my newer one because I dropped this one and it shattered into pieces everywhere. I use it for little jobs, like say if I'm doing the inside and stuff, but because I want to do the same thing along the top, I'm going to go get my new one. Alright. Now, I have to open it up. It was practically the exact same thing, just new container and stuff like that. I've never opened this one. I buy a lot of makeup, bulk at times. I really like that color. I want to make sure I'm going to have it for quite a while. I'll buy 3. So I'll buy it. Go, yes, I like that, and I'll buy more. Oh, come on, gotta unseal it. See, that shows you how new it is. I've got to unseal it all. Words. I always like making funny faces a lot more when I'm in makeup. It looks funnier. Go on. It's having the colors and everything. Alright. Let's see how I go with this one. You're going to, of course, see the black lines. The idea isn't that you completely don't see them. but it takes away just that edging a little bit. Just any like loose ends kind of disappear in a way. It just gives it a bit of glitter as well. And kind of see. Probably not the best color to be doing this with. I should probably just use the other one. Grey would blend so much better. This specific one is slightly different to my old one. I couldn't find the exact old one. But very, very, very close to being the same. Yeah, see, lines there. But in this case, I'm just trying to blend it out a bit. Like, I would normally try and use something that would match a lot more of the color, like, but of course, I'd use the black lines because they'd have like a dark red or a red or a purple, and it blends a lot better than yellow. So yet again, I'm learning something. What does and does not work with different colors. So this would work if I was doing my normal color shades a lot more than this one. I still don't mind it. Still pretty cool. Still pretty like me. Yeah, lots of reds, blacks, and purples. So I'll show you, for instance. These are my other colors. So I'll try. You can see there's a lot of darker sort of colors, and then that one is a lot more darker ones. And then of course I've got my black, red, another red, purple. And then I got others that I don't even have out here. Of course. Hello, Kaznes. Ooh. First person to use my new lurk. So I've only just added in the lurk. Everyone uses lurk. I'm like, you know what? I might as well just add it in. I modified the one that Streamlabs has, but yeah, I like it. I'm thinking about something more morbid, going like Streamlabs Cries in Sorrow of the Loss of Kaznes. Something. Due to the lurk of Kaznes. I don't know, something more dark and spooky. I'll eventually come up with something. I don't mind that too much. That's something different I've done, that's for sure. You never make it perfect. Not on your first shot. Like, that's the key thing. Keep at it, keep learning. More you do it, better you get at it. Keep trying new things. Don't just get set in the one thing. Like, I try a lot of new things all the time. That's where I wanted to get this whole new lot of colors, just to see how it all comes out. Yellow and the blue do blend well, though. I don't mind that. The one thing I do that isn't a common thing is I tend to do this little streak at the bottom. It's just one of my things. And then depending on what color is, it depends on how it is, and I do glitter as well with it. But I quite often will also, if I'm doing two tones, I'll run the other color underneath a little bit. Not that you can really see with the yellow because it's very subtle. But I just like, it's just something I like doing. It looks really good with the purples and the reds and stuff. In a way, it looks like you're bleeding kind of thing, I guess you could say. I've got some awesome photos of when I just did full black. I just had the streaks down the side and just looked mint. But then other things, depends. I quite often though will add like that's where I use my broken up one. Because it doesn't matter so much. I'll put the glitter in the corner as well with the color. On stream you can't see it so much, but it actually glitters a lot more. Person. It's like the rest of it. You can sort of see the glittering because of light. Especially like there where there's a bit more than some of the other spots along. Yet again, I try and do my own sort of look, so I do little things different to other people. One of the other things I do is I will make stencils a different thing. For instance, I got one here that I made, which is just a thinner eyebrow than the one I've got on. Stencil paper, just cutting it out. Only problem is, because I've had to wash it, it fills up. I just brought that as an example for what I do. And I do make other things such as this stencil here, which I like to do, like I get it to the side. I'll do something like that, and I'll use that to make a very sharp edge with the color. I use the deodorant can to get that right shape. Now, what am I going to do with the other side? Might use some of these new reds. Ooh, that's definitely more my color. So this is the sort of color I usually would use, and which is the red I've got just here in the middle back. First time I've used this one, but is definitely more my color. Okay, so you can see the difference between the blue and the red. For me, the red looks a little better when I do the point than the brighter blue. It all looks awesome all the same, but that's that little bit, what I reckon. The funny faces I pull when I'm doing stuff like this. This is more of probably the closer to the look than what I'll do normally with my makeup and drag and everything. So normally I would do the liquid eyeline. I'm doing the line afterwards to cover up. Depends on the situation, I guess. Like this one, not so bad. I'm able to blend it in pretty good, actually. That looks good. I like that. Eyebrows opposite eyes. A little bit of red, black from red. This looks so strange, being one color to another. So much so that where's my phone? There it is. I'm gonna send this video to Snapchat to one of my friends. I should do it Insta. When it wants to work for me properly. That looks so funny. Let's see if it works. Save that. I'm going to put that on my Instagram and Twitter as well. Let's quickly do that now before I forget to. I don't know what else I want to do right now because, of course, I'm going to have to wash all this off. Ugh. Bit of fun. Jeez, I've done all that in an hour and a half. So, yeah, like, simple little things like this don't necessarily take you very long. If you want to do something a lot more complicated, like the once you got in there, it's going to take a lot longer. From looking at that one, that is using 4, 5... Probably about 6 different colors is in that, actually. They might be doing it with 3 main colors and then the actual liner. But it'd be cool to see how well you go with that. I like a bit more of this sort of look. It's just my style. I do change it now and then, but yeah. Yeah, it definitely take a bit of skill to get it done properly. With that one, you probably find they didn't even do it to themselves. They would have had a makeup artist, of course, because it would have been for a photo shoot. Oh. Well, let's see what other colors I can. Got so many different colors that I want to learn to use. This is something I haven't tried doing before, is having the multi-layers of colors. I've got the 1 point, and then I've got the next point, and now I've got a third point. I've seen it before, and I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Since I'm just messing around anyway, I might as well give it a shot. See how it comes out. The shape that I've got on this side is a lot more like what I would prefer to have on this side. I would have brought it in more and then gone up. It's a bit of a thinner point than being so big, but I don't mind it at the same time. Again, it's all trial and error. Yeah, that kind of works. It looks a lot brighter here. It's because it's got glitter in it, so it's just reflecting everything. Whereas in person, without that reflection, it actually looks a lot better. So with the camera, you can notice the difference. Colors a bit more than, and yeah, this is a look I might actually one day try and do properly. Like I said, next month I've got 3 events on. I've got a club that I want to go to. I've got a Twitch meetup in the city, and I've got my own little meetup with a few little streamers that live in our area. That we know and we've had a bit of work, done a few things with. They're not in the Empire. It'd be cool if they decide to. I think a couple of them are deciding to join, which would be cool. Getting more people into the Empire would be awesome. Especially in Australia and locally. I think that would be just fantastic. You know what? I know what this needs. Where is it? Where is it? This needs a second look. Sometimes. I like adding little things, extra little bits in there. Hi, Spooky Cat. My putty cat is here. My drag cat. I call him my drag cat because I'll be doing my makeup and all that stuff. He'll be sitting at my feet, looking up at me and going, "What are you up to? What are you doing? That's not how you normally look. Why are you putting that stuff on your face?" Drag cat. I got a photo of him on my Instagram when I was getting ready to go to the last Twitch meetup in my city. Where, yeah, he was literally just sitting at my feet. Looking up. And another thing I like to do, I don't know if I'll do it properly right now. Kind of. Is I will actually get out of the way eyelashes. I'll bring the bottom down as well into a point. Oh no! Oh, I really smudged that up. The only problem about liquid eyeliners is if it gets caught on your eyelashes. Ugh. Fine. Blend it in slightly. That's where I've done that. That's not brush. Alright. Brush, 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 brush. Might just get a little bit of my black. You can see the gaps. Like there where my eyelashes have gotten in the way and stopped me from drawing properly. Like that. Yeah, something like that. I'll try and do little things where, yeah, like I have it come in one side and come in from the other side, the two different colors, but have a gap and things like that. It all stands out. I'll use different colors sometimes. Again, I'll do something lighter here or whatever. Yeah, I could do that. If cooperate with me. Camera's probably not going to notice it so much. Ah, hair in the eyeball. Something like that, maybe. Feels so strange having not matching styles and designs. To some degree it's the same because of that. The cheeks and everything. So much. Oh, that would be so cool if I could get that to work. That work properly. And the dots, I have the like a whole area with dots. That'd be interesting. Trying to get the dots to stay the same is going to be the super hardest part. They're not going to be now, but if we're going to do it properly, This is where the liquid eyeliner as well is useful, because you can do things like that. If I could do that better, that'd be cool. It's a concept. I just add and add to things when I'm just messing around with my makeup. Not to be too serious. One thing I would like to be able to do is learn to draw like little things. Come here. My black one as well. I want to learn to do spider webs. Now I'm just going over everything because I'm not really worried about what I've already done, wrecking it, because it's not my fault. Yeah, so the white does not go nearly as well as all the things that I've done in the past. I always find the white does not work. As you can see, it just... I don't like it. It would be good if I could get a finer line, the white, but nah. That's why I don't really ever use that. Bought it. Worked for one makeup style that I did once. Since then, being able to find a way to get it to blend in with my normal stuff anymore. Now things are just getting messy because I'm just putting shit over shit. Let's stop with that now. I'm not really being, as you can tell, too fussed about anything. I am not States of whatever. Hey, so Lotus, did you look up Village Girls Kick It? Or do you remember the song from the little lip singing video that I did recently? And that's how you cut up a mistake. Not really. You would get rid of it properly, but what I'm doing messing around, I don't really care. I think it's all the makeup I'm gonna mess around. Because I think I've gotten a gist of a few different little things that I want to try out. Colors, the yellow and blue, which are requested by Lotus. Done those. Stuff's aside, I might actually play for a little while. Because I'm already streaming, instead of just going, you know what, I'm going to disappear, I'm just going to vanish, and all that stuff. I'll not in for a bit. Play some. Don't know what to play though. Not Fortnite and not... which seems to be the thing that everyone in the Empire... Not my game. Put all those over there. Those there. Spooky monster is looking around. He's looking around. It's got food. Being fed. Oh, that looks good. Alright. Now, I better swap this over to my gaming... Well, actually, no, let's not swap over the gaming stream yet. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What to play? What to... With this screen, so... I don't really feel like playing Sea of Thieves because I don't like doing Sea of Thieves by myself. See what some of the other crew are doing. Always good. Good thing to spy on. Ah, there's a few people doing Sea of Thieves. Yeah, nah. Rob is doing his thing. You know what? I haven't played it in ages. I'm going to be absolutely awful at it. Let's... I want the music for this. Get it to load up. Probably going to tell me to put my password and everything. I haven't done the keep me signed in shenanigans. Your dry food instead of your wet food, you silly cat. Silly boy. He always complains wanting wet food. And then you give him wet food and he doesn't eat it. That's silly. Alright. That. Jump over there. Capture. It wants to load. If it wants to load. That's the key thing. Maybe, maybe not. I don't doing it seems silly. Nya 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 nya. Come on, Apex. I've only just reinstalled Apex. It could be just like, you know what? Nope. Finding really. Launch properly this time, please. If not, I'm gonna have to find something else. There we go. Come on, game capture. There we go. Oh look, Tomo arigato, Mr. Rabato. Tomo. Tomo. Oh, there's a new intro.
Recently, as Hammond Robotics continues to face backlash for its controversial work on the Simulacrum program. New message.
Look who it is. Papai!
A toast. To minha família. Securing the future of our legacy.
Meu amor, for our daughter. What's in there?
Stay calm. You two go.
New character, eh?
Take her and go. Get out of here! Rebecca, you must go.
Papa, please!
I love you. What the hell are you? Death.
So, this is Apex Legends. We're supposed to be all champions and stuff, and they're letting a murderer into the ring. Lol. Intriguing. Let's get out of this now. Come on, come on, let's play the game. You know what? If I'm going to play the game, I need to set it properly. Back to my gaming setup. Let's just get a random battle. Oops, and I just tapped out. Play me. Didn't mean to. Valentine's play. Races. Season 2 wins. I don't. I like some of these things that they give you. They're funny sometimes. Like Why is that even a thing? The joys of Australia is the fact that there's not nearly as many people who play the game. Like, oh, I got a match. Yay! Now I remember how to play the game. Oops.
Let's take this win.
I'm a man of science.
Ah, good, it's selected.
I accept the challenge.
Ah, I forgot how to talk to people. I freaking forgot how to talk to people. Oh god, he looks like Predator.
I know more than you'll ever know.
Oh, doesn't she have some sexy legs?
This landing area will prove beneficial. I feel most alive when rapidly approaching my death. We should conduct a search right here.
Greetings. Ow.
Gas trap deployed. My vision is clear.
Shut that!
Ah, crap.
Attention.
Taking fire.
First blood, and it's not us.
Wonderful. Gas trap deployed.
Firing.
Ah, I knew the first match was going to be shit.
Focused.
Alright. I have to remember all my controls. Oh, shush. Settings. OT, yes, yeah. Correct. Open, character, page here. Yes. 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 Right V. 5. Dark, yeah. 3, yeah. Jump, crouch. Sprint, that's. Yep. Right. Maybe this time I'll go a little bit better. You'll find I die very often and very quick. Not the best at PvP games. I've always been more of a PvE player than a PvP player. Apex packs, 22 remaining. Considering I haven't played this game in a very long time, I've got a lot of packs. Ooh, legendary banner. Oh, Watson.
Medea, all good for me.
Ooh, I got a game. Wasn't even paying attention, just opening up my shenanigans. So, the map's changed a bit since I've last played. Like, I last played in Season 2 and it's up to Season 4.
It's time to impress.
Yeah, I last played when, I think it was just after Watson was, introduced. Yeah. And this Crypto and Prevent are new to
How
me.
about no power?
Zap Zap. Little Miss Zap Zap.
This is your champion. Another day, another road.
Pathfinder is much better robot than this Prevent. I like Pathfinder more. Ugh, okay, fine.
Enough lambing around, we dropping.
Attention. First blood.
On the bright side, it wasn't bad.
Helmet over here. Level 2.
That was coming handy.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Stabilizer here. Level 4.
Oof. That's nice to get early on.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
What am I doing? I need...
Thank you.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
There's a new kill leader. R301 here. Light optic. I changed my mind. Longbow DMR here.
Dibs.
Sniper ammo. Ooh, they've got...
Found a body shield here. Level 1.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Thanks.
I need a body shield.
Body shield here. Level 1.
That would come in handy. Thank you.
I see a target in the
I
distance.
got you. Now keep moving. That.
There's a cargo back here.
Okay.
Rings nearby. Still got a minute. Plenty of time for some fun. Rings close.
Make it
45
here.
seconds.
Not far from the ring. Half a minute. Got a hop up here. Joke.
Tibbs, get in the ring, or I'll
designed it to hurt anyone outside of it.
Gonna get your birthday present.
Optics here. Sniper.
Peacekeeper here.
Gyro stabilizer here.
Package
Level
being
3.
delivered.
Care package out there. Insert over here. Firing on him. Reloading. That one's down.
We are not alone. Look over here.
Throwing a thermite.
Okay.
Kill the skin suit. Enemy over there. Throwing a thermite. Throwing a thermite. Arcstar out. Arcstar out. Throwing an Arcstar. Arcstar. Arcstar out. Throwing through.
Help run if you need it. Set and shield, you'll be alright.
Just something.
I'm spotted, taking fire.
Shields are low. Recharging.
Reloading.
Reload. Reloading. Gonna shut you up. Get up before I kill you myself.
Oh, good. Just as good.
Healing.
Just topping off my shield.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Reloading.
Getting shot. Someone's got a death wish.
I'm down.
Hit John if you need it.
Pick me up.
Reloading. Very set and shield, healing you.
You brought me back. You'll be spared.
Set and shield, you'll be alright.
My circuits are connecting again. Opponent over here.
Healing.
Oh shit, this is not.
Healing my wounds.
I'm down. I've been down.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Next ring's far.
Healing my wounds.
I've got a kill, so that's.
Healing my wounds.
You're better off dead, but I can use the cover.
Good looking now.
Using a med kit.
Deploying health drone. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Recharging my shields.
Well, that was a bit of fun.
Recharging my shields.
probably better off having a stronger shield than me.
1 minute until the ring closes. We should move here.
Okay. Alright, when someone punches you, you just do what they say.
45 seconds to get to that ring. We need to move. Enemy, over there.
We got a cargo bot over there. Rings around the corner. 10 left.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
That ring's closing in and we're not inside. Hey, if you want to die, it's your job.
Package being delivered.
You hear that? There's a care package coming down.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
I'm bleeding out.
Oh, heck. What happened there? Okay. What? We obviously, last person got shot in the face. Ugh. Damn it, I was so thought I was going to get to the ring before I had to use a medkit. I should have just used the medkit. Oh, well. What happens when you haven't played the game for so long? Let's open more of the packs while I'm waiting.
My squad's gonna beat up your squad.
My squad's gotta beat up your squad. Probably not because I'm on it.
You sure you didn't just make it out of basic training?
Yeah, I like that.
I saw this coming a mile away.
I don't even have him, so bugger it, doesn't matter if I put it in or not.
I'm going up, and you're going.
Yeah, kills. Ooh. I kind of like that. Really more than the fiber optic one. Nah, I like the hack system. And just like... Things have really changed a little bit in the map and all. Like learning everything all over again.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Come on, we got work to do. Because I'm not a very good PvPer, my favourite character is Lifesaver because, well, support. I can just hide in the back. Ooh, I like that skin.
Spent gunpowder. Smells like victory. This is your champion.
This is your champion.
You've all been marked for death.
You've all been marked for death. Okay. Yeah, this is completely different map than what I played on.
Must be very proud.
You sure you didn't just make it out of base?
I won. Congratulations. This might be a good place to land.
Okay.
Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system.
The battle has be ready.
Using grapple.
Oof. Hmm.
Backpack here. Level 1.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
Shot across.
There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Go on what? Body shield here. Level 2.
Oof.
Shield battery here.
1 minute. Rings nearby.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. Ammo up.
Optics here. Close range.
45 seconds. Rings just up ahead. Backpack here. Level 2. Not far from the ring. Half a minute.
Rings just ahead.
Moving.
Phoenix, get here.
Med kit here.
Shield battery here. Grappling.
Attention, the kill leader has been eliminated.
No more kill leader.
I need an extended light mag.
Attention, delivering care package.
Incoming care package. I love loot.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader, eyes out for him.
I need a barrel mod. I need an extended light mag.
Listen up, I'm calling a lifeline package in.
New kill leader appointed.
Ooh, I think Toby's
Kill
home.
leader. Call him if you spot him. Closed door over there.
Here I go.
There I go. And I think it was Kotobi. I heard a door. It sounded like a door out front of the house.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Yeah, it is Kotobi. It's a Kotobi. How you doing? Nice. You good? Nice.
Beginning ring countdown.
Using a med
These
kit.
boys, it's been a
1
bit
sec.
quiet for us. Six squads left and haven't seen a single squad.
Grappling. Hostile over there.
Double targeted.
Firing.
Taking fire.
Head drone if you need.
Loading. Grappling. Repairing my damages.
Thanks for having my back.
Spotted, taking fire.
Just eliminated the whole squad. Exciting.
30 seconds. Rings close. Fast without sugar.
The ring's close.
Recharging my shields. Just giving my shields a recharge.
I can see that the ring's moving on the map.
Well, we finally found a squad.
Looks like a care package is coming in. Big things in that.
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him. New kill leader appointed.
Oh, great. And we're just
New
about...
kill leader. Watch your six. Officer here. Close range. Highlights your enemies.
Oh, nice.
Here's your birthday present.
Only 2 enemy squads left. Gonna be a soup sandwich.
Awesome. Two...
Taking a med kit. 1 sec.
Oof, 2 more squads. Gonna get anything. High ground it is.
Taking a knee. Patching up. Let's go this way.
Copy that.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Let's go this way.
Target
Forget
over there.
that.
Setting up a zipline. Opening fire on the F. People have been there. I am taking fire, friends. Reloading. The enemies are shooting at me. I am down. Hostile spotted.
Care package incoming. Let's get to
Hostile
the
right here.
Heads up. Dropping the pain.
Target spotted.
Taking fire.
Listen up, we're getting shot.
Firing. Arcstar out. Throwing Arcstar.
Just give your shields a recharge.
Coming up behind you.
Good looking out.
Reloading. You know nothing, just us. We got to watch each other's back.
Spotted.
Ah, dang. Ah, so close. Funneled 3 squads and we were all in the same spot. Bugger. I was hoping that they would be in combat first before us.
We have our Apex champions.
Oh, that was close. We just came in, finished us off. I want them 2 squads to deal the damage to each other first. Oh well. That's what happens. Ooh! Wow, we actually did play second. We placed second instead of third. I thought we placed third. Well, that's a lot better than I've done in quite a while. Considering the fact I haven't played in a while. And I was playing with random people as well. I like that map. Ooh, legendary. Nice. And there we go, into a game.
Go on, try to stop me.
Go on, come on, stop me. Would you like to try and stop me? I don't think you would.
The championship is ours.
But is the championship gonna be ours? It's like close last time.
Nothing like cold steel
Right.
on a hot day.
Pathfinder, Lifeline, and bang the door.
This is your champion. Pain, death.
Oof, I like that. I like that banner. I want it. I want it! Want that banner.
I say we land here.
Let's land here.
Hold on tight. It's time to drop, shock, and rock.
Hey, let's go drop exactly the same spot as every single other person. Yeah, you know, good move, good move. Everyone's already landed there as well, you silly little fool. We're just gonna be landing and running.
First blood on the enemy. Using grapple.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We're not all in the ring. Check your positions.
Yeah, well, we're definitely gonna get into combat nice and early in this one at least.
Over here.
I'm going over here.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Oh, Mr. Spooky. Alt key required. Ooh,
Enemies are shooting at me.
that's generally what happens. We're coming. It's taken us time to get there.
Reloading. I am taking fire, friends. Opening fire on the enemy. I am Contact with target.
Tango near me.
You and me now.
Smoke out.
I'm getting shot at.
Ah, fuck.
Grenade.
Down to target. Reloading.
Eh. The person who was in charge of this one was just a non-head.
Reloading.
Like, why did you decide to backtrack and land where everyone had already landed? Li fool.
Pop and smoke. Rings next door. 45.
I don't know, some people just don't. Not one.
Oscar Mike.
I am not
That's my mirror.
bearing gifts, I am gifting bears. It is not like a bear.
Lemon, lime, bitters, mineral water. Nice!
I know you like lemon lime. It might be nice, it might not.
Yeah.
I'll do.
Ah.
I'll do.
Oh!
Body shield here.
Take that there out of the way.
Don't blame yourself. You would have lost either way.
Toby just got home not long ago and just chatting to him about when he's going to stream, what he's going to do, so on and so forth. See if once I'm done, if I chuck the viewers to him or somewhere else. Oh no, I didn't get to see what I got. I didn't get to see what I got. Ooh, I have not dealt with this person, so I do not know what their skills are.
It's only over when it's over.
He's a seeker, obviously. Same as Pathfinder with this, but must be a track of some sort. Might have, yeah, changed. Like Pathfinder's little thing a little.
Introducing your champion.
Introducing your champion. Oof, that's an upgrade skin that I don't mind.
Good. I'm the jump master.
Ugh.
This might be a good place to land.
Follow me. I'm the jump master.
If someone else wants.
I'll try and keep us under the radar.
Oh, it's only the two of us. The other person's left. Bugger. We got contacts.
rest.
Countdown.
We're all inside the ring. Good. Supply bin there.
Reloading.
Champion out. New kill leader. Eyes out for. Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Throwing grenade. Firing. Taking fire. Taking fire. Looking for loot.
Last one down and a boom boom.
Well done. They've been removed.
Oh, this guy's got some skills. Got the healing drone, my dude.
Deploying health drone.
One of them's right here.
Give me a second.
I haven't played in like 8 months, so yeah.
Enemy agent right here. Recharging my shields.
There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
Movement in progress.
Yeah, we're on the grid. Putting an eye in the sky.
Supply bin there.
One of them over there. Looting over. Enemy over there.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Looks like a care package is coming.
Activating EMP.
And I've got a sniper without a scope and I can't get him.
Flying over there. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
Ah, bugger. 2 versus 3 doesn't help. Just randoms. No one. Just last match, just playing random people, got 2nd place. Yeah, we almost got it, but we were the 2nd and 3rd fighting each other, and the first team just knocked us out. So. Pardon?
Well, it chased you down the hallway. He wasn't over there.
He was being cheeky early on. I fed him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll eat that in a little bit," and just sit just in the doorway.
Just now, even when I came in, it's the same thing. I'm like, get out of it.
He was just sitting in the doorway, and I told her off, and he's just chilling there, and just goes through and just starts having a go at him. Like he wasn't even doing anything. He was just sitting there waiting.
I'm on it.
No, I'm all good.
Okay. Up.
Know your place.
Don't beat yourself up. Leave that to me. That was a joke.
And that's the last one. Fingers crossed that's the last one.
Blessings are upon me and brethren.
Connecting. Cookie cat.
I'm ready. Let's get the job done.
Clips are what cities use in their hair. This is called a magazine.
It's overrated.
This is your champion. I know more than you'll ever know.
I want to go to the fireworks. I want to go to the fireworks.
Let's land here. Get the
Okay,
jets. We're
whatever.
dropping hot.
We're probably going to get screwed up with all these other people probably going to land in the same spot, but...
On the right. I'm spotted. I'm hit.
Oh, fuck.
Double timing it. On the smoke. Up in the chimney. Oscar Mike. I'm spotted. Taking fire. We're laying down range. Down to target.
First blood.
Oscar Mike. I'm spotted.
Damn it!
Round one. Everything will count down.
Please revive.
Enemy kill.
Let's contact. Moving here.
Fuck's sake, I just came down.
shield, healing ya.
Thanks for having my back.
Come on, sailor.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New recharging my shields.
Still over in this building.
One minute, rings nearby.
Running away, they're running.
He's over here.
"45 seconds.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out.
I reckon he's fucking hiding here somewhere.
Whole squad taken out. I like what I see. Taking a knee. Patching
Holy
up.
shit, man.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Of course, now there's no shields around.
I got eyes on this area.
Oh, thank you.
Recharging my shields.
Extended light magazine here. Level 1. Ammo
Dibs.
up. Body shield here. Level 2.
There is a new kill leader.
I need it. New kill leader. As out
Got a
for.
sentinel here.
Ugh, if it wasn't so shit with the Sentinel. I can almost do a drop.
What's that, sorry?
I can almost do my lifeline drop.
Check out this area.
Let's go this way. We got a cargo bot over there.
R301 here.
Took out a
R99
cargo
here.
bot.
Is it home? I'm taking jump tower into train.
Sniper stock here. Level 1.
got shot at. I got shot at.
Yep, saw that.
I went all the way across.
New kill leader. Eyes out for him. I'm spotted. Taking fire.
Another jump. Ooh.
Body shield here.
We're getting a
Level 3.
few
Need one
hits.
if you don't have it.
You want to go back to them?
We got contacts just ahead as well.
Let's explore this way.
Yeah, they're on either side of it, I think.
Yeah, we're kind of surrounded right now.
We're in a really good position there. They're both out of it.
Let's reposition here.
If we go like there. Oh, that's our mates. They're close. They're going up zipline.
Looking here for supplies. I'll relay what I find.
Their mates just dropped the train.
Oscar Mike, move on.
Above.
Be the lead.
Rings nearby. 1 minute tech notes.
We got the jump tower to take.
45 seconds. Rings close.
We'll just go past one. Wolford's.
30 seconds. Rings close.
Always try and go up the top. Up and over.
Might be something good this way.
Yeah, but they're up there.
Yeah.
I think jump tower is a good call.
We can give it a shot and see how we go.
10 seconds. The ring's just ahead.
Question is, how far can we go?
Listen up. The ring's moving.
Let's go this way.
Did you see them as we went over?
Nope.
Attention. Delivering care package.
You hear that? There's a care package coming down. Calling in a lifeline package.
They either come through here.
Sniper stock here. Level 3.
We want this.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
We could go get a nice position for ring, actually.
is so foreign to me. I haven't played in such a long time.
It's not bad, is it?
I like it. Don't know what I'm doing.
Hostile spotted.
You got a sniper?
Nope. Well, I got the scout, but I don't have long-range scopes.
Yeah, that's cool.
So practically no.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
You hear that? There's a care package coming down.
I think we just hide for a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully they take each other out. Got myself a nice little corner here. One way in, one way out.
Footsteps?
Ooh, yep. That's above. Right above us.
Oh, painless, knocking at the
I'm off
door.
the game position.
Heads down. Airstrike getting close.
They should do.
Double timing it.
Fuck. Well, they definitely came. Seems like every single squad came at once.
Enemy spotted.
Body shield here. Level 3.
Fourth place. Oh yeah. Alright, while I'm just waiting for another match, I might chuck up a 1-minute ad. Well, nothing's going to happen while waiting. So hang around. If you're watching still, it means you're obviously subscribed. So thanks for subscribing. You're fantastic and all that jazz. Play 2 games. There's bang the door. Get 12 assists. Ugh, barely chop. Far in 2 hours. Yeah, nah. Not happening, mate. Let's see what other.
Look. I wish all of you could fight tomorrow too, but you'll be dead. Losing isn't fun. That's why I don't do it. I wish all... Don't beat yourself up. Leave that. I wish all of you could fight I wish all of you could fight tomorrow. Losing isn't fun. That's why I don't do it.
Ah, That's a new thing. Awesome. Yeah, no, I don't like that one.
That's a win for me. That's a.
Oh. Ooh. Awesome. Welcome back, everyone who's watching the EAD. Bang, bang, bang. Shoot the cargo drone. On Big Daddy. Big Daddy go.
This is something else. Let's go.
Zap zap. No tracker. I was almost gonna say we're gonna have a whole squad of supports.
Introducing your champion.
Let's land here.
Not a good idea for me. Sorry, can't do that, friend. Never mind. I say we land here.
Okay.
Copy that. Prepare for battle.
Let's go this way.
Attention. First
Of
blood.
course, there had to be nothing.
First blood on the enemy.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Next ring. Not forgetting contact. Down.
Arc star set. I am taking fire. I downed a hostile. Arc star out. I have fallen. Took out a
And
hostile.
trying for him to go there. Yep, there we go.
Your choice is pointless.
And we're dead.
None of this matters.
Yeah, they were going to try and raid my body. There ain't nothing in my body. I got nothing. That's why I was punching you, you silly person. Well, let me just look at him. I can stop him being a thing that
It's either you or me. Those are the rules. It's either you or me. This is the end of your electrical current.
Starting in 3, 1. I'm gonna be the last. Ugh.
Fate will be on our side, Fly Fighter.
Ready and excited.
You You and me, let's
I
take
like
this win.
Lifeline. I just like Lifeline. Could play one of the other characters, but nah. Lifeline. I'm the jump master. Ooh, that's a fancy skin.
Introducing your champion.
Oh god, we're the champions.
I'm the jump master. Follow me.
I feel sorry for you, my dude. You're the champion and you're stuck with me.
Get ready. Moving up. Let's explore this way.
Copy that.
Say what? We're all inside this ring.
First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful.
I shot the cargo bot. Optics here. Sniper.
Helmet here. Level. I need a backpack. Lucky me, I am an extended sniper mag here. Level 3. Here I go. Optics here. Mid-range. Using grapple.
Body shields here. Level 2.
Phoenix kid here.
Thanks.
Hop up here. Choke. I need a backpack.
Open supply bin over here.
We're all inside the ring. Good.
Here I go.
Attention. There is a new kill
New kill leader. Go out, watch out.
Delivering care package.
Incoming care package. I love loot.
Let's go this way.
Heard that.
Grappling.
Using grapple.
Body shields here. Level 3.
Thank you.
Let's explore this way.
Copy that.
No.
Knockdown shield here. Level 1. Light ammo here. Hostile close.
I need an extended light mag.
Shots fired at me. Taking a moment to recharge my shields. Grenade! Grenade!
Bow down. Fire. Reload. I'm down.
He's almost down.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Oh, good. Just a script. Pass me that shit. Listen up. I'm getting.
Got me again. Ah, God. Damn it. Burger. What I might do is have one last match, and then after that, I'm going to probably someone. Look up in here quickly. Those who get to watch, Chan bruising for a bruising. Oh. Pest controller. What a name. Pest controller.
I still think this is a game. It's not. Hey, ready to go.
You know what? I'm gonna go Castic. Because
You must understand, death is the true test.
why not? Wins in 4, wins 6, isn't 4, wins 4. Guess what? I've had none.
You see me, you're finished.
Not the other guy. I felt sorry for him that I was.
Follow me. Here we go. I'm the jump master.
Here we go. I'm the jump master.
Here we go. Hang tight.
Oh god, this is gonna be one of those ones. Yay. Right, I'm doing one more because that was just stupid. It was fun, but stupid. And then I'm thinking I'll raid Zombie Ready. Yeah, I'm thinking Zombie Ready. Holy crap, that was bad. Ambic. Ladybug, ladybug, oh ladybug, ladybug. Ugh. Top speed, holster your weapon to run faster. Wow. Didn't know that. I've only been playing the game since the very first came out. Ooh, devilish.
I know all the roads. They all lead to the same place.
Entropy is the natural order of the universe. I simply catalyze the process.
The gusts of wind calls our victory.
This is your
Why does she look like she's out of Mass Effect?
I'm the jump master. Follow me.
I'm the jump master. This time.
No, I want. Oh wow, I'm with the same guy again. This guy I was playing with before.
Might be something good this way.
Very well.
satisfied.
Trap deployed.
Mozambique here.
New kill leader appointed.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Enemy down.
Deployed.
Deploy jumping. Recharging my shield.
Dang it!
You're already
Well, this is my whole. I'm gonna quit this stage thing. I was hoping to go a little bit further than that with Castic, but holy crap. That was to say the least, terrible. Terrible ending for what I wanted to do. Alright, so I'm gonna finish it up. Yeah, I'm going to get a raid going. Should be for Mr. Zombie. Yes, Zombie. Go. So you've been hanging out with me. I've been messing around with a bit of makeup earlier on, then streaming for like the last hour-ish. So I've been streaming some Apex. So you can find me, SkyLBB, on Twitch. You can find my Discord community. Currently it's called Twitch PC Gaming, ! Discord on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, pop over to Twitch, you'll be able to find all the information there as well. Our community name will be changing when Kotobi changes from Twitch PC Gaming to Kotobi on Twitch. We're going to also change the community name. That's all going to be a surprise when it happens for everyone. If you want to see more of my content, make sure you follow me and join the Empire. Great place to be. I'm going to go raid one of the guys from the Empire. Zombie ready? If he's part of the Empire from memory. I'm trying to keep up with too many channels. Always losing track of who's who right now because I'm part of multiple groups. Alright, I shall see you all next time, and don't be awesome, be fabulous, everyone.